Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple weeks since I've had the opportunity to post anything. I've just been busy with some projects around the house, so I thought I'd take this opportunity while I have a quick second just to go through my pickups for the month of October. So I have them all laid out here and we'll go through them fairly quickly. Start off with some DS games here. This first one is Drawn to Life. And this is where you create your very own sort of game. You customize your heroes and your weapons and your vehicles and animals. And you get to play and interact with all the creations that you do. So I never tried this one, but looking forward to getting around to doing that one. The other DS game I have is Mario DS Party, which is basically a bunch of party games that you can play with yourself or with some friends. So again, another game in the series that I've never tried, but looking forward to it at some point. Sticking with this pile here, I've got Genesis Mortal Kombat 2. So this was complete. And surprisingly, I thought I had this one already, but I didn't. We're all aware of what Mortal Kombat games are. Another Genesis game I didn't have, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I do have 1 and 2 and a couple variant versions of them, so happy to have 3 complete in box as well. Let's go with some manuals here and get these out of the way. Picked up for the Wii, Monster Hunter 3. I do have this game. It's just an extra manual. Pokemon Battle Revolution for the Wii. I don't believe I have that game. Soul Calibur 4 for the PS3. Wii Sports Manual. Got plenty of those. Mario Kart Wii. Can add that to a loose game that I have. The game that I do have on the 360 and I do want to play at some point is N3 or 99 Nights. This one looks really interesting. Not sure about the exact gameplay style of it, but I'd like to give it a try. I think it's one of those games where it's your character against a horde of other sort of like a button masher one. For the Wii, Cruisin', not sure what that one's like, and Mini Ninjas. I've heard good things about this one, that it's sort of fun to play. For the 64, I've got finally grabbed a manual for my loose copy of Super Mario 64. Don't have these games yet, but, or no, I do have this one, sorry. GoldenEye for the 64. This one I don't have. 007, The World Is Not Enough. And then finally for the Wii, another copy of Super Mario Galaxy. Alright, so there's those ones. Moving on to some cartridge-based ones here for the GBA, Paperboy and Rampage. I'm pretty sure I've only played Rampage on the Game Boy Advance and I liked it. But I like picking up these multi ones. I picked this one up just because I played and I liked the original for the NES back in the day, and this is for the Super Nintendo, Super Bases Loaded. At some point I'd like to get all the Bases Loaded games for the NES. I think there's 3 or 4. So I only have 1. Another copy of Mario Brothers 3. Let's see how many of these I can pick up. I didn't have this one, MTV Remote Control. Grabbed this just more for the nostalgia factor. Used to be a TV show back in the day on MTV where it was like 3 contestants and you would do questions and just sort of like a standard quiz show, I guess. This one was featured recently on the latest AVGN video. It was one I rented back in the day, The Immortal. I don't remember being blown away by it, but because it is sort of like a fantasy style of RPG, it's very similar sort of if you played games like Shadowgate, not necessarily point and click, but you get quick deaths in that. So you have to sort of be very careful with what you pick as you move your character through. No reason to pick this one up other than just to add it as a filler. Fisher Price Perfect Fit. Super rare? No, it's not. And I've got the 3 cart of this. I don't think I even have the double one for some reason, but Mary Brothers Duck Hunt. So, pretty sure that is not a double, surprisingly enough. Continuing on, let's jump into some cassettes that I've added to the collection. This is Metallica, Master of Puppets. That is a double, I believe. Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood, which is, I don't have. This one is a double. Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare. I do enjoy playing the record of that, which in my opinion is one of his best records that he's made. Chili Peppers, The Uplift Mofo Party Plan. I don't think I've even heard of this one, but I just picked it up because of the Peppers. So these are all new additions that I don't have already. John Lennon, Imagine. I think I just have the vinyl of that. Actually, this might be nope, I just got the vinyl of this. Synchronicity. Grab these ones because they said Polytel on it, but CCR Greatest Hits Volume 1, CCR Greatest Hits Volume 2, or sorry, Tape 2 of the collection. Grab this one for the nostalgia factor. Wrestling Album, WWF. So I remember when that actually came out back in the day when it was originally made. They made a big deal out of it. Faith No More, Introduce Yourself. May flip that one. I don't know if I'll keep it. Depeche Mode, Violator. I don't think I have that on a cassette, but I could be mistaken. At some point I'm going to have to go through my cassette collection, do a video of it, just to catalog everything. Aha, Hunting High and Low. And I grabbed this one because it has Take On Me, which is one of my favorite videos. This is definitely a double. Led Zeppelin. I forget which one this is. If this is number 1. I don't know. Let me know, guys. I can't remember. It's definitely a double, though. This one is not. Jimi Hendrix, Electric Ladyland Experience. I like to get that on vinyl. And this one, I don't have at all. Gordon Lightfoot, Shadows. So that's cool. Moving on to a couple games that I don't have a system to play on, and yet I still seem to collect them. This one, I believe I just had a loose copy. This is Patapon, which is a rhythm game in which you do your battles. It's an excellent series, and one I've been meaning to get into. I'm not sure how many there are. I think there's at least 2 or 3. Anyway, I got to get a PSP at some point to play that. And I've just played these ones on the PS3, or part of the series. This is ATV Off-Road Fury Pro. I like the ATV games for some reason. They tend to be fun, especially when you do the single-player sort of quote-unquote open world experience. I like my flying games, and this one's actually coming out as a movie probably within the next month or 2. Not the same title, but this is Heroes of the Pacific. You get to do a lot of dogfights. You get over 150 different planes to choose from. 36 detailed World War II aircraft. You got 26 missions, and there is supposedly a good storyline for this. But I grabbed it just because it's a flying game. This I grabbed because it was Namco, and I don't think I've ever played it. Dead to Rights. It's your character. You have a dog that comes with you, and you can control him or command him to do things. It's an action thriller game, sort of like in Hong Kong's fighting style. In terms of the action, so looking forward to that. This one ended up being a double by mistake. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for the original Xbox. Haven't played this series. Actually, the last Star Wars game was probably I played on the PC, and I can't tell you how long ago that was. But BioWare game. This one I grabbed just because it was made by Atari, and it looked kind of cool. And there's the new movie coming out, Terminator: Dawn of Fate. Don't know what to say about this one. First-person shooter, and you fight Terminator robots. This is actually another one that I picked up for a system I don't have yet. This is for the Xbox One. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Atlas Limited Edition steel box. It's actually surprisingly mint. Normally you get the steel boxes all scratched up, but your standard Call of Duty game. I just grabbed it because it was one I didn't have, and I like the steel box on it. This is a double. I don't know why I picked it up. I've played Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 on this version on my PS4, even though I do have it on my PS3 system. Just wanted to play with the upgraded graphics. And I do have Uncharted 4 on the PS4, which I will get around to playing shortly. But I just played 1, 2, and 3 fairly quickly, all within probably a year time span. So I wanted to give myself a bit of a break. This is a series I've wanted to play for a while. I haven't got around to it. This is Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. So in this one, basically you build yourself a brigade and you get to command them strategy style to free your homeland. Supposedly it's been a really, really good series. And you get to basically you build up your whole army, and it's sort of like a map style battle. This one I don't have. I just grabbed it because it was a GameCube game. GoldenEye Rogue Agent. This one's weird. It's actually like a 2-disc game, which is surprising. There's no manual for this one. But this case that came in was from a Blockbuster rental, so I always like sort of seeing those old vintage Blockbuster cases. And finally, in my last pile, this one I haven't seen around, actually, surprisingly. Green Day Rock Band. There's a bunch of songs on there I do like. I'm not really into... I like most of their hits. I'm not into, actually, Green Day per se in terms of their whole catalog, but I do like playing Rock Band. This one looked good. It's a snowboarder game called Amped 3. So yeah, supposedly the levels are supposed to be really big on this one. You get to, there's like tons of challenges, snowmobile, sleds. You get to build your own park. It's based upon real mountains that exist, so that could be a fun play. And with winter coming up, I thought it might be fun. It's a 2K game made by Havoc. They usually make decent stuff. I like the car racing games. This is another one from the Burnout series called Burnout Revenge. These usually tend to be pretty quick, fun games to play that you don't need to put a lot of thinking into. Another flying game that I'm a big fan of. This is Birds of Steel. I did not have this one. This was another World War II fighting game. There's over 100 different WW2 planes in this one. You can do historical missions. You can battle with up to 16 other players, though I won't be doing that. I just grabbed it because it's a military fighting game. Another flying game. Racing game, sorry. Shift 2 Unleashed. More of a realistic one than the Burnout one there. So basically it's just you and other drivers on the track. I don't know. Don't know anyone that's really talked about it, but it looked good. My final driving one, Grid 2. Just basically, you're racing on the streets again. There's additional content in this one that I thought looked interesting. There's a McLaren Racing Pack, an IndyCar pack. So that could be interesting. At least the cards would be kind of cool. I have played the first couple in these series, though I haven't got around to these other ones just because they're such big games to play. I believe the order was... I forgot the order now. Anyway, Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. So both games made by Bethesda. I tend to get burnt out by this series just due to the amount that's put into these games. You know, I've played the Oblivion series, which was created by the same company as well. There's a lot of, you can lose yourself in these games pretty easily. So I tend to take a bit of a break in between playing them. But looking forward to cracking them at some point. And this is one that I haven't played. I haven't played any of the new Tomb Raider series games. So, now that I finally... I don't think I have one on the PS3. Or, no, 4, sorry. So... this could be my first foray into the new Tomb Raider series. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my October pickups. Leave me a comment, tell me which ones you liked. And please remember to like and subscribe and share the channel. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. And stay tuned for some more content. I will have stuff up shortly on a more regular basis. Appreciate all the support, guys. See you again real soon.